A few weeks ago, we decided to try out Home Chef. Why would we do that? Well, there's a few problems with the way we were cooking meals right now, and that was, number one, I was the main cook, and that limits our variety. I had very little experience cooking. I can cook on the barbecue grill, but that's about it. And my cooking is not so healthy. I have been known to live on Kraft macaroni and cheese and top ramen for days on end, and that's not going to be very healthy for you. So we decided to try Home Chef. And how has it been so far, Jenny?
Well, it's been pretty good.
So we thought that other people might be curious about Home Chef, and it might help if we did a little video showing how to prepare a Home Chef meal. So, here we go.
Hey, hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something?
First, you pick out your meals online, and then they arrive about a week later. And here, they've just arrived. They were delivered to our door. So let's start at the very beginning. First thing they have in the box, they have these recipe pages with instructions on the back. You can see they have a lot of packaging. They have these ice things that keep everything cool while they're being transported. So we take out the ice bags, cardboard, recycle that. Okay, here's the first one, salmon and lemon herb blanc. New Orleans shrimp roll, the chicken Milanese. Here's the cheddar and crispy potato crusted chicken. All the ingredients are in each one of those bags. Mushroom steak flautas. And down at the bottom, separated from everything else, they have the meats that go with those dishes. And from there, you just put them in the refrigerator. Now the way we usually do this is I'm the hands and feet in this kitchen, and Jenny reads the instructions to me. Show them the instruction sheet. And so, first thing we do though is we need to get the food out of the refrigerator. So we get the proper meal. In this case, it's the chicken Milanese. And along with that, we will need a chicken breast, which has also come from Home Chef.
Okay, mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
1 lemon.
1 lemon.
Grape tomatoes.
Grape tomatoes.
Sliced almonds. Canola oil. 1 ounce of flour. 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. Baby spinach. 1 teaspoon of sugar.
And of course, we also have the chicken breasts.
And you're going to need olive oil.
But we do have olive oil.
You need a baking dish.
We're going to use this cookie sheet that's lined with foil for our baking dish.
A large nonstick pan. And 2 mixing bowls.
We're also going to need a cutting board, a knife for cutting. We're going to need this thing for squeezing out lemon juice. Teaspoon measurers. We're going to need a 1/4 cup measurer. Little bowls. We're going to need a grater. Plastic wrap. We'll always need scissors to cut open the packets. We're going to use this. It looks a little industrial, but I'll show you how that works later. One of the things they do, they have everything that comes in this bag. You can use this bag to put all the pieces of garbage in to keep them all from being scattered around.
Before you start any of the food preparation, you need to preheat the oven to 400. Okay, now you need to get the fresh produce, thoroughly rinse and dry.
We need a colander. I probably should have used a bigger colander.
Now you got to wash the tomatoes and the lemon. Cut the tomatoes in half and put them in a bowl and put them aside. Then zest and half the lemon after you zest it.
What does it mean when they say zest a lemon?
It means that you grate the outer part of the lemon peel. Okay, now you're going to pat the chicken breast dry. Now you cover it with plastic wrap and pound with a heavy object to 1/8 of an inch thickness. Now you're going to season both sides of the chicken breast with salt and pepper. A pinch, just a pinch. Remember, both sides. Now you get a medium-sized pan. You heat it on the stove to medium-high. You add the canola oil and you let it heat for 5 minutes. Combine the flour and 1/4 cup of water.
Here's the flour. And 1/4 cup of water.
You put the panko in another mixing bowl, and then you want to coat the chicken in the flour and water mixture, shaking off the excess. Then you place it in the panko. You test the canola oil by putting a pinch of the panko in. And if it sizzles, it's ready to go. You cook it for 3 minutes on each side. You flip it and you cook it for another 3 minutes. And then you flip it one more time and cook it for 1 minute. And then you put the chicken in the oven and you cook it for 3 to 5 minutes at 400 degrees.
Now that the chicken's in the oven, we have a few moments we can look at the origins of chicken Milanese. My first thought was that maybe this was an Italian dish from Milan, but when I looked into it, I found out it's actually a South American dish. But it was created by Italian immigrants who settled in South America. During the late 1800s and the early 1900s, many Italians left their home country because there was a lack of available land and work was hard to come by, and they settled in other parts of the world. This was known as the first Italian diaspora. During this time, most of those Italians found themselves relocated in the Americas, and this particular group settled in the southern part of South America. Not only are you learning how to become a chef, but you just got a free history lesson. Anyway, Milanese is a thin cut of meat that is breaded. It could be any type of meat, but in this recipe, it's chicken Milanese.
Also, while the chicken is baking, you can prepare your salad. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, then 1 tablespoon of lemon juice.
Okay.
Throw in a little salt and pepper. Oh yeah, sugar.
Okay.
Now you need to stir that up. And then you add the spinach, tomatoes, and almonds. And then in a small mixing bowl, you can prepare your aioli. Combine the mayonnaise and a teaspoon of lemon zest and a pinch of pepper.
Can I stir it up?
Yep, gonna go on top of your chicken with the lemon wedges if you want them.
And now the chicken should be done baking. The chicken needs to reach 165 degrees. And now it's time to give it the taste test.
The chicken was good, and the spinach, tomatoes, almonds, and the olive oil dressing were perfect together. It might have been better if we would have toasted the almonds, but I will give it a 4 out of 5.
Since this is a South American dish, we're going to give it a special South American rating, 4 out of 5 gauchos. And now for my rating, the chicken was crunchy, so that was great. The aioli tasted a little bit like tartar sauce. It was a great accent to the crunchy chicken. Even though I didn't eat the salad, I would still give this meal a 4.5 out of 5 gauchos. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed cooking with the Kesslers.
How's about cooking something up with me?
Oh boy, we had a mistake here.
We should never do this when I'm hungry. What?
Oh my.